Hey everyone, just doing a little quickie here to catch you up on stuff. Got Falcon here beside me trying to sleep, so I'm going to try to keep it down. Yesterday? Yesterday? Okay, it's kind of hard for me to explain, I never can remember. But, look at my light fixture up there in the middle. That black in the middle, that's like flies and ladybugs that get in there and can't get out. It's disgusting. But, anyway, yesterday, okay, we got this really good deal because we've got an inside source. Got a really good deal on a new desktop computer. Won't have the monitor with it, but it's going to be like, we could set it on fire, take us to the moon. Because it's like super fast and just super everything. And we're really excited about it. We're going to clear off and sell our other two desktops to afford this one. But it was like super cheap. It was worth over $1,000 and we're getting it for just like, pennies on the dollar. So we had to go and order it. So we drove way the heck up to Rogers, which is like, take the bypass, it's about a 35-minute drive. So it's not so bad, but still, went up there, and no, it's longer than that. Probably closer to an hour. Anyway, whatever, it's a long drive. So I drove up there and went to the place and ordered the computer. Had to stop at Walmart and grab some stuff, and then on to Springdale, south of there, for an Alzheimer's event. It was to kick off, I'm not sure, to kick off things leading up to their big fundraiser in November, which will be a huge gala thing, which I'm sure we will also take part in. And this was a cocktail party, and it was cute. I'm going to put some photos up later of the event. We were asked to be the official photographers for the thing, and so it's a lot of pictures of people you don't know standing around smiling or talking. But we did go out in the lobby at some point and take goofy pictures of each other, so maybe I'll throw those up. So we did that and got to meet some very important people, and one of them, he's a man who has early onset Alzheimer's. He was diagnosed with it at age 48, and he's a bit older than that now, but he has a whole traumatic story to tell. His mother and father and two aunts all died of Alzheimer's, so it's a long, very sad family history of it. He's on medication now. As long as he takes his medication every day, it's not so bad. But he and his wife were there, and he's been like CEO of some Fortune 500 companies, very wealthy, influential man. He and his wife were there, and there was a woman who works for Alzheimer's Association in Chicago, I believe. She was there. There were lots of people. I don't know if you know who Coach Broyles is, but he coached the Razorbacks for quite a while, and I think his daughter and son were there. Either that or son and son's wife, I'm not sure. But Coach Broyles is a big supporter, and he's always signing footballs and giving them to us to give us gifts and door prizes and stuff, which is cool. So after that, actually, we were standing around and found out that the wife of the man with early onset used to work at this place called Brahms. And if you're not from Oklahoma or around Oklahoma, like we are, we're touching Oklahoma, you don't probably know what Brahms is, but it's a place they raise their own cattle, milk that cattle, make all of their own ingredients, like from the teat, and make their own ice cream. And they won't sell it anywhere outside of a state that touches Oklahoma, because they want it to always be like super fresh when it gets to the place, which is cool. They got to be able to get there in one day to sell it, and it's really good ice cream, really good. Make good yogurt too, like frozen yogurt. But anyway, found out that she worked at the very first one in Oklahoma. It was like their first dipper or something like that. There's a whole technique, because they use square cartons. The big cartons in the glass case are square instead of round like most places are. And there's a technique to scooping it out right. And she worked for them in the early days or something like that. So the woman from Chicago, of course, had never heard of it. And the more we talked, the more she was drooling. And she was like, let's go. let's go right now. Come on. And so we all went, and poor Falcon, I'm sorry, I'll be done soon, honey. We all went and sat around for a very, very long time. I was kind of at the far end of things and couldn't hear a lot of the conversation, but everybody was really awesome, interesting, cool people to be around. It was my dad, my stepmom, and these people. Really good evening all in all. We didn't end up getting out of there until after 10 o'clock, though, and then had the long drive home. Didn't get home till, close to 11, I guess. And then it takes me a while to wind down. We both have to play games or watch videos or something to wind down. And I had to get up at 6 a.m. this morning. It's like 8:30 right now. I had to get up at 6 a.m., got dressed and fixed up in a big hurry, rushed out of here because I got a ticket. I'm not going to say it's my only ticket, because I got a ticket about 10 years ago because I didn't have current tags and I didn't have proof of insurance on my car, but I had both of them at home, so the ticket was dropped. But I got a ticket. There's a whole long story there. Basically, I made the mistake of turning on yellow, and the traffic ahead of me stopped and left me hanging out in the middle of the intersection when it turned red, and the cop looked up in time and decided that I had run a red, which I didn't, and I got ticketed. So, also we had a taillight out and I wasn't wearing my seatbelt correctly. So I got warnings on those two things and got in trouble for the supposedly running a red light. So I showed up at court early. I went in there. It was like this crazy jam-packed nonsense. Nobody knew where they were going, what they were doing. I think I was twice the age of anybody else there. It was weird. It's like, do only 18 and to 21-year-olds have traffic violations? Yes. And it was just a jumbled, horrible mess. And finally I found out where I was supposed to go. And instead of seeing the judge, because it said on my ticket I was supposed to see Judge Rudy something or another, instead of that, they just gave me a slip. They said, well, how do you want to plead? And I said, no, guilty. And they said, well, you come back August the something, and I guess talk to the judge then, or I can come back any time between now and then and pay them $130 to just wipe it out. Not going to do that. Anyway, that's it. Let me see if I can actually get this to post before I pass out. I went to McDonald's and got one of their burned coffee bean drinks because I thought I could go to Sonic and get a tasty good one, or I could go to McDonald's and get a really bitter skunky one, but the skunky one has more caffeine in it and will wake me up, and I'm exhausted, but yet I'm kind of wired. So I'm going to post this and maybe watch a couple of little videos and see if I can wind down and lay down next to my lovely, lovely, sexy, hot, wonderful man here and get a little more sleep. Okay, love you guys. Bye.